2020 has taught me a lot of things. It's taught me that number one, I can eat good. It's taught me that number two, I can be at home all I want and still be happy. Well, not really. Last year, when I began the year, I was homeless. I didn't have my own place. I didn't have what I have now. So God has taught me one thing, and that is no matter how bad I mess up, no matter how much I screw up, no matter how dark my life gets, He is the brightness of my life. The darker my life gets, the brighter Jesus is when He shows up. When has God ever shown up for me? When has God showed up in my life? It's when I realized that His presence has been throughout my life. It's when I realized that He's already here with me, and I felt like He's left me this year. Because I thought He was going to restore some things. And even though He has restored a lot of things, from being homeless to having a home, to starting the year broken, to ending the year somewhat restored and somewhat recovered, and He has been reviving my heart. He has been changing me from the inside out. See, I'm not what I once was, but He's always been. He's what's always been within me. It's not me who's trying to get closer to Him. It's realizing that He's already close next beside me. 2020 has taught me that my focus may not always be on Jesus, but it's that He's always focused and invested into me. 2020 has taught me that even though God says no to some things, when I want Him to restore it so bad, it's realizing that He is the restoration. He is my recovery. He is the revival that's inside of me. He is my fire. It's not me who's on fire for Him. It's Jesus through the Holy Spirit that's on fire within me. He's the fire. He's what's good. The darker my life gets, the brighter God is when He shows up and shows off. I thought He was going to show up. I thought He was going to show off a lot this year for me. In fact, He has. The first half of this year was amazing. God giving me what I don't deserve. Going homeless twice. The first time wasn't my fault 6 years ago. But the second one was. I didn't do right. I failed Him. I ran from God 6 years ago. And I'm able to say that God's given me the opportunity. Though I messed it up, He's given me opportunity. Will you run from me? Or will you run towards me? Will you keep digging in? Will you keep trusting me? And then when the last video I made was Unmasking Christianity back in August, and then at the end of August, the second half of this year just completely fell apart for me. I thought God was going to restore some things. But God said no, not because a greater yes was coming, but because God said no was because He's still working on it. Turn that no, flip it around and say, God's still working on it. And the most painful part of my life was in September. And God spoke to me. He said, it's going to be painful. It's going to hurt a lot. But do you trust me? And I can say today, in the happy new year that it is, I trust Him. Not that it doesn't feel painful. Not that it's not going to hurt. But that He's powerful. And that He's the present help in my trouble. So I'm beginning 2021, not that I need anything from Him or need Him to do something for me, but I just want Him. And I want Him to know that I'm serious about it. Happy New Year.